Hi, welcome to my channel. For today's video, we'll be doing a full face of Colourpop. Mostly, as much as I could try, but you'll see as the video unfolds kind of where we go with this look. If you love Colourpop, this is a video for you because I used Colourpop to create this look. If you like this look right here, this little sunset vibe, then go ahead and keep on watching. Before we get into it, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I invite you to subscribe. Also like this video and share it with your friends. But yeah, let's get into this full face of Colourpop products. Okay, let's start by getting my bangs out of the way so we can start the makeup application. Okay, so most of these products will be Colourpop. There's a few exceptions and we'll talk about them as we get to them. I do have moisturizer on my face, so I'm going in with Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hydrating Hyaluronic Acid Primer. And I have very little left. So we'll go ahead and apply this all over the face. And in my hair. Don't get it in your hair. It's not recommended. I mean, I don't know if that's an actual recommendation, but I recommend you don't get primer in your hair. Probably not a good idea. I typically don't film my eyebrows on camera. Like I don't film the application of it or I cut it out because I don't love the way that I do my brows quite yet. But I do use Colourpop products when I do my brows. Kind of, sort of. So generally what I do first is I set them. So we are going to do that first. And I have the Colourpop Brow Boss Gel. Now, I don't really have the product in here. What I've been doing is going into my Got To Be Glued styling spiking glue and using this brush and whatever leftover product is in here with this. So this is my first non-Colourpop product, but I do always use this container. Like I always use this brush because it's small and I like it. But I use this to get my brow hairs spiked up very high. So sometimes there's product already left over in here, and when I travel, I kind of stuff some of the product in the container so that I can use it when I'm traveling, so I don't have to travel with this whole thing. And there is some on here, but usually what I do is I will shake it, usually, and then try to pick up some of the product. Now, sometimes it's kind of clear, but I like it when it's like the white gel part. So I try to pick up some of that, and then I try to spike up my brows. So let's try to do that. I need a mirror. I feel like I'm too far away from my other mirror. Let's see here. Okay, and then usually I use my finger to kind of laminate my brows. This is my good brow, so you get to see me working on my good brow. Well, and my bad brow because I still have to do the other side. But this is my good brow. Do you have a good brow and a bad brow, or is it just me? Because one is like really good. Like I really love my right eyebrow, and my left eyebrow and we just don't get along. We don't. It doesn't matter what I try, we just don't get along. Good brow. I don't know what this brow is. Okay, so there is my first Colourpop, not Colourpop product. So I kind of like them to stick as much as they will. They may look a little crazy. I also wear bangs, so usually it covers most of it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But that's not the case for now. So I do use this on the daily. I have been messing around with those liquid, almost like liquid eyeliner eyebrow pens that you can draw hair strokes, especially because there's this area on my not good brow that doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't have enough hairs, and so I tend to draw a couple of little lines there and then I go in with this. But because this is a Colourpop video, I won't do that. I will only use the Colourpop Brow Boss, and I have the color light brown, although I have used darker ones before. This is the one that I have, so this is what I'm going to use. Okay, I feel like that's the best we're going to get. again, my bangs will cover a portion of it, hopefully, and then we really won't have to worry about it. So let's continue. Okay, I'm doing the eyes first in case I have any fallout because I'm not really sure what kind of look I'm going to do. I didn't prepare that. So the next product that I'm using is also not a Colourpop product, but they don't have an eyeshadow primer that I've ever known of. So for my eyeshadow primer, I'm using, what is this? Wet n Wild, a Wet n Wild one. I could go in without a primer, but my eyelids do not take color well without a primer, and they do crease. So I find that I must use an eyeshadow primer for my looks, and especially since I'm filming all day today, I need this eyeshadow to last through all of my videos. So eyeshadow primer it is. So for today's full face of Colourpop, I've decided to go into, now also not all of these products will be in stock or on the website. I pulled out some old products just because I couldn't help it. Or also that's all I had for that category of product. But I did make sure that for the eyeshadow palette, it was in stock or something that is readily available. I have something. I'm super sensitive to anything on my face, not even just my eyes. So I could have the smallest piece of lint and feel it on my face. And if I don't find it and take it off, it's gonna be bothering me forever. But whatever it was, I got it out. I don't know where I was, but I chose that It's All Good palette by Colourpop. So this is the front of it here. And this is what the inside looks like. So it is looking and feeling very spring outside. In fact, it's looking very summery outside. Let's see what the current temperatures are. It is 80 degrees today. It is just past noon and the high will be 90. So yes, we are dipping into summer here in Texas. So I picked this palette because it is in stock and because I feel like, you know, I could do something springy with it. I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, I'm kind of digging maybe some of these yellowy tones. Yellowy purple tones maybe, I don't know. So let's just play with it. As with all my videos, I'll pop up an image of this palette and circle the color that I'm using, but I will tell you as we are using them. So I'm going in with a transition color first, or a very light color first. I'll be using a Morphe E27 and dipping into Thriving and just putting that all over the crease. Okay, slight problem. I don't think this brush was clean. So I have to wipe this off. I'm usually really good about cleaning my brushes, but clearly I'm not having a good start to my makeup filming day. Okay, so throw that brush away. Let's make sure this one's clean. Okay, let's start again with eyeshadow primer. I don't know that you could tell, but the eyeshadow or the brush had a little bit of green tint to it, and I did film an IG live a couple days ago, and I'm quite certain that's where it came from. So let's start again. We'll go ahead and start on the other side. Again, dipping into Thriving with hopefully a clean brush. Yes, no green residue. There we go. Using the same brush, I'm going to dip into Sunbelt. I don't know if this is a smart choice, but here we go. Okay, now that we have my jaundice colored eyes, we can continue. I don't know how I'm feeling about what I have going on here, so, you know, we'll see. Using a Colourpop E23. Man, I should have used all Colourpop brushes. And I bet you that I could have. Okay, from here on out, I will try to use only Colourpop brushes. This is a Colourpop makeup, like a full face using Colourpop makeup and not skincare and tools, but I do have a lot of brushes, so let's add that on there. I have a Colourpop E23. Did I already say that? If not, there you go. And I'm going to dip into, I don't know if this is a smart choice because it seems kind of shimmery, but Dear Diary. It has an asterisk, which makes me think it's going to leave a stain on my eyes. Okay, so that was pinker than I anticipated it to be on my eyes. So now I have pink eye. Okay, so I need some of that yellow again. And since now I'm trying to use Colourpop brushes, we'll go into Colourpop E15 and dip back into Sunbelt and see if we can smooth that color out just a little bit. Because I wasn't anticipating pink, but well, now we have to ride with it. It's looking orange, it's looking pink, it's looking yellow. I don't know what we're doing here. So using a Colourpop E21, let's dip into, let's try Best Life. Okay, that's not giving me enough color. Okay, let's try Paradiso, Paradise with an O. It is, right? Paradiso. I don't know what that word is. Okay, let's go back into my Colourpop E23 into Dear Diary. Kind of blend those together. And then back into my Colourpop E15 into Sunbelt. We went very sunset vibes. Not the look I thought I was going to come out with today, but that's what happened. Ooh. Sorry, I'm looking at like shimmery colors. How can I show you what I'm looking at? Like an orangey, goldy pink. Let's go with Cheers to You. I'm going to use, we'll start with a Colourpop brush, but I feel like I'm going to use my finger. Colourpop E29 into Cheers to You. Okay, I think I need a little extra support. So I'm dipping back into Cheers to You, and I'm going to use my Glisten Up Illuminating Mist to wet it. Also by Colourpop, or by Fourth Ray Beauty, I guess I should say, which is their, where'd I put this? Their sister company, their skincare sister, blah, 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 blah. Their skincare sister company is Fourth Ray Beauty. It's Colourpop, it just has a different name, but same. Usually putting a spray is a good choice, but it's looking not like a good choice. Oh, there we go. If I go apply more with my finger, it smooths it out. It was looking really patchy and not, yeah. There we go. Okay. Whoa, that's really bright. Why aren't y'all telling me like how bright and ridiculous it looks? All right, we gotta keep going with it. Again, spray, wet, the same color onto the other eye. All right. I'm not mad at it. Let's smooth out some of these lines a little bit. Going into my Colourpop E21 into, please don't make me say it again, Paradise with an O. Cute. Colourpop E23 into Dear Diary. Okay, I don't know what happened over here, but let's clean it up with a wipe. And then let's work, and then we'll work on the face, and then we'll come back and finish the bottom. Oh, a mirror. I'm just using this makeup wipe. I still don't know what happened over here compared to this side, but you know, maybe top it out a little bit. I don't know what's gonna help it. I can't do a wing liner. What am I gonna do? Okay, we'll have to roll with it. Okay, so yeah, I have hairs all over my face also. I just trimmed my bangs today. Also, don't judge that later when I bring my bangs back into view, if they even work out a little bit. I couldn't find my typical scissors. You know what? I need a little, well, we'll go back to that. That I use for my bangs, so I had to use something different. Okay, let's apply foundation. So I couldn't decide between the tinted moisturizer or the foundation. You know what? Let's use both together. That's what we're gonna do. I was trying to look for a Colourpop brush to use because sometimes I like applying it and smoothing it out with a brush first, but I couldn't find a Colourpop brush that I liked for foundation. So instead I'm using their sponge. So I'm gonna put a little bit of the Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer in the color 9W, and then also a little bit of the foundation in medium 80W. Oh, this might be too dark for me. We'll see. Okay, so I don't know, there was a moment, I'm gonna put some gloss on, it's a Colourpop one, Luxe Lip Oil and Hot Shot, just so I don't look so dead. There is, when I was looking up close, one of the foundations, put on the lip gloss first and then start talking, or don't, was leaving like, I guess like was clinging onto the sponge and then like leaving little dots, so I had to kind of rub it in, which I usually don't like doing with a sponge. This is a really small sponge. It just like takes so much work and effort, but you know, we got it there. Okay, I'll be going into my Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer using medium 90W and light 50W. I like to mix a darker one with a lighter color. I don't know why. And this is where I've been putting my darker ones, my darker concealers in those 3 spots, and then a little bit of the light one to kind of help brighten a little bit right here in the middle, and then we'll go back into this baby little sponge. Let's see, you know, I'll be back in 20 minutes. All right, that's looking okay. Let's set the under eyes. I'm going to go ahead and use this powder, which I don't even know if it's still in stock. Let's use a really fluffy brush. It's their No Filter Sheer Pressed Powder in medium. I've been using pressed powders for under my eye. I don't know if this is a smart move or not. I also haven't used this powder in a really long time, but we are going to do it. We are doing this together. I'm using my Colourpop F33 into this. We'll dip a little bit. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, I'm gonna try with my sponge. See if that helps smooth it out a little bit. Okay, we're gonna leave that for now and then we'll come back to that. Okay, now, this is from the sister company. This is from Soul Body. It's their body care and like lotions and scrubs. This is their face and body bronzing balm. I use this as, you know, like a cream bronzer kind of, and I generally use sponges, and I don't think I have a brush from Colourpop that would work well with this. And this is not typically the shape I use. I usually use one that has like a round butt to apply this, so this is going to be different. So I guess we'll apply it using the rounder edge and see what happens. I'm also kind of squishing it. I don't know what's gonna happen, so we'll start with a very little bit of this product. Oh, I said a little bit. Do I listen to myself? No. Oh my gosh, I still have swatches on my arm. Somebody tell me something. Okay, let's see. Oh boy. Okay, let's leave it there. I was able to do it light enough. I don't want to go very dark, just because, I don't know, I don't trust the sponge. Although it did apply it very well. I'm removing my swatches that nobody told me I had on my arm still. Thanks a lot, guys. Okay, so, ooh, I have a banana powder. So I do have these translucent powders by Colourpop, the No Filter Setting Powder. I have one in translucent and I have one in banana. This one is the tail end of it. It's about to go in my empties, which is okay with me because I'm about to film an empties video. So I'm going to apply this all over the face and set everything. I have brand new Colourpop brushes in the roll that I've not used. Shame on me. This is a cool big brush. Colourpop F28, dipping into the translucent one. I like this brush. Okay, let's try a little bit of baking. No, not yet. I lied. Before we bake, let's put some bronzer on. So F29. So here's an old product. You cannot get this anymore. It was the Alexis Ren and Colourpop. Woo! Pressed powder, highlighter, and bronzer. The bronzer is in Golden Moment, and the highlighter is in She's Here to Stay. I loved this when it came out. If I can open it. Oh my gosh, there's powder all over the place. So let's just show you what the inside of it looks like, since you probably can't get it. no, not probably, you can't get it. So we are dipping into this bronzer with this F29. It's maybe a little bit too dense, but we're gonna make it work. Nice. So, I mean, if you know or had this, you're an OG Colourpop fan. I'm an OG Colourpop fan. I am. So I remember this very well, and I'm happy to use it today because I haven't used it in a really long time. So now I'm going to try to bake. So now that I have my bronzer on, I know baking isn't a trend anymore, but every now and then I like to do it, especially when I put a lot of bronzer. There are no rules with makeup. You know, if you don't want to bake, you don't have to bake. If you want to bake your face. There are no judgments. There are no rules. There are no judgments. If there are judgments, you're in it for the wrong reasons. Or you're doing your makeup for the wrong reasons. Or you're watching videos for the wrong reasons. Don't be judgy. Nobody likes a judgy person. So we'll put a little bit of bake, and I'm kind of thinking of doing a little bake under the eye with the banana one. Was that weird? Banana. How do you say banana? Banana. Also, don't know if this is a good choice, but here we go. Okay, let's go in with some blush. I have a Colourpop F30 brush. Now, blush was really difficult for me to find today. So I did find a, not refillable, a magnetic palette that I created a long time ago. So I definitely do not know. Oh, and there was a bronzer in here also. But again, this gave me an excuse to use that Alexis Ren one. And actually, I feel like I have some duos now that I think of it. But you know what? We'll go ahead and use this single. So I do have this blush here. It is in the color To the 10. Again, I don't know if it's available. We'll go in with the Colourpop F30. Let's see. I put too much on the brush, as I've been doing. Now, this isn't the color of blush I would have chosen for this look, but we're going to roll with it because I have it here. Now, let's remove this bake and then maybe put some highlighter. So I'm going to remove the bottom bake with the big brush that we used earlier, which was the F28. Okay, now let's remove the under eye one. We'll go ahead and use this one, the Colourpop F33. We're looking a little powdery, but that's okay. So let's see, for our under eyes, I definitely didn't plan for this look because I have to use a Colourpop eyeliner. Okay, let's try this one. I don't know if it's available. It's No Shame. It seems like it's a deep purple plum. I don't know what kind of color. Where did my mirror go? Why do I keep losing everything? Okay, so let's put this in the waterline. Again, the tiniest little lint in my mouth. Okay, not as pigmented as I would like it to be compared to other Colourpop eyeliners, but it might also be that it's an older eyeliner. So we will leave it there, and then we will use I keep going into my Colourpop E21. I don't know if this is small enough. Do I have a smaller one? Let's try this one. Change my mind. Okay, Colourpop E20 into Paradiso. Why do I keep trying? Okay, now let's go into, I don't know if this is a good choice. E23 into Dear Diary. I'm always afraid to use anything kind of pink under my eye, but I think that's okay. I think we're doing okay. All right, let's go into, let's go into cleaning a brush. Let's hope that's kind of clean. An E29 into Happy Go Lucky into the inner corner, or just down here maybe. A little bit on the Bravo. I think we got it. Okay, now let's set this and then we'll talk about the next thing. So using my Fourth Ray Beauty Glisten Up Mist, I usually like applying an oil and like 3 different sprays, but we're only using Colourpop, so Do I have another Colourpop spray? Oh, I have the Pretty Fresh spray. Let's use that and then the Glisten Up. Ooh, it's kind of settled. It's looking like a little milky. Let's shake that. Okay, this is the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist, so we'll go in with this first. Oh, that feels good. Okay, now we'll do the Glisten Up mist. All right, there you have it. Let's get these bangs back and see if we can get them in a working order. I feel like I need to trim this part of my bangs here. We'll work on that after. Okay, so the only thing that we're missing is mascara. Now, mascara is also another product that I don't have a Colourpop one. Yes, Colourpop makes a mascara. However, every time I've gone to try to purchase one, either at Ulta or online, they never have black. And so there's that, but also I didn't plan to do a full face of Colourpop makeup thing today. It just kind of came, and so I didn't have time to try again. And I know that they're about to come out with a new mascara, which I do want to try, and they are coming out with a new brow product, which I also do want to try, because if it works really well, it could replace it could replace this. So I am interested in those two products, but as I am filming this right now, they are not on sale yet, and so I'll have to keep you updated on that. So in the meantime, I'm going in with my Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara. I'm sorry I don't have a Colourpop mascara. It is what it is. And I dropped the one thing I needed. Again. I forgot highlighter. How could I forget highlighter? Okay, so I was about to say, hey, we're all done. Look at this look. I need highlighter. One moment. There's a highlighter, maybe the Alexis Run one. Should we try this one? Maybe a little too dark. I have one. No, I wasn't about to say we're all done. I also need lipstick. Oh my goodness. Who lets me film? Stop letting me film. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and use this. Colourpop F33. I have a highlighter in here. It is called Padded Down. So let's try that and see what that looks like. Maybe I should swatch it. Oh, it looks very light. I actually really enjoy this brush for the highlighting. Okay. Lips. So let's use a lip liner. I have, let's try, yeah, let's try it. A lippy pencil in Dopey. Let's see what it looks like. Oh yeah. Okay, then I have a few choices here. Ooh. Let's try, let's see what this looks like. This is Baywatch. It's one of their lippy sticks. And it's a matte. Okay, I'm okay with that lip with this. Now we have our finished look. A full face using Colourpop. Mostly Colourpop. I don't want to say all Colourpop, but I tried, y'all. I tried. So here we go. I like the way this little sunsetty look came out. It's a little splotchy, I feel like, in some areas. With a look like this, I would love to do a wing liner, but I don't have a liquid liner. I do, but it's blue, and it's not like a blue that would go with this look from Colourpop. That's a liquid liner. And I mean, I could use eyeshadow, but you know what? It is what it is. We're going to leave it like this, and I like the way it looks. Now, I don't like how my red headband looks with this, but I don't have a sunset headband. Would you like to buy me one? But now I feel like I need like a purpley wine kind of headband, and I don't have that. So it would match my hair here, and then it would match this kind of color that I have here. That color that I couldn't pronounce that 100 times. But yeah, here we go. Finished look using Colourpop products. Okay, it's never too late. I grabbed a couple of Super Shock shadows. Try saying that really fast. Let's see. Let's try this one first and see what it does. I have the color Kathleen Lights, probably not available anymore. But you know what? We're going OG because Colourpop, this is what they started with, Super Shock shadows. So I'm going to put some right on top of this golden color that we have here and see what happens. Well, it muted it down a little bit, but you know what? I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Can you even tell? I can. You know what? Let's add a little bit of sparkle. So I also have the Colourpop. This was a collab with Raw Beauty Christy. This is the color Mycelium, I think is what it is. And so this one is more of a glittery topper. So let's put some glitter. Ooh, sparkle. Now we're done with this look. There we go. What are some of your favorite Colourpop products? I love my OG Super Shock shadows, but I also love the foundations, the concealers, the sprays. The powders are something I don't really frequently use, but we use them today and they perform fine. But yeah, I love me some Colourpop, so I'd love to know what your favorites are. I want to thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you see, please give it a thumbs up. That helps me out. Also, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, now would be the time to do so. Also, share it with your friends and help me grow my channel. I'd really appreciate it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.